My goal here is to hit 2,000 subscribers before the month of August, so if you do enjoy today's video or any ones you might have seen here in the past, please consider subscribing, and thank you so much for watching. This character that I play in Melty Blood called Alco has a move that's an orb, and she can do it on the ground, but most importantly, she can do it in the air. And after watching a bunch of replays, I noticed that a lot of the better players are able to place their orbs way lower than me while in the air. They're not all the way up here. They're somewhere down here. And in the YouTube comments, I saw somebody mention something about TK, about Tiger Knee inputs. Now, while I'm not completely oblivious to the concept, I wanted to get a little bit more familiar with it, learn how to do it consistently, and find out where it came from. And to do this, the first thing I did was go to the Infill Fighting Game Glossary, and there I learned that Tiger Knee is a method to perform a special move in the air as fast as possible after you leave the ground. Almost always abbreviated to TK. If you wanted to do an instant quarter circle forward air move, for example, you would instead do the quarter circle while on the ground, and then continue to roll your joystick up to the up forward and jump. Then you can simply press your attack button, and the game should save your quarter circle input long enough to have it count as an air move. Using numpad notation, this would be 2369 or 2147 for quarter circle back moves. That's the input that we're looking at, is 2147. In essence, rather than jumping and inputting your special move, you input the special move first, then jump. This technique is named after the input for Sagat's Tiger Knee Crush, which is 2369 in Street Fighter 2, even though it was changed to DP motion in modern games. This was huge for me because you guys probably know I play Street Fighter, right? I played Street Fighter 5 as my first game, and in that game, Sagat's Tiger Knee is DP with a kick. So being told to do the Tiger Knee input and trying to like do it instantly with an air move made no sense to me, right? I was trying to do DP and then 9, like up and forward after a DP, and it didn't really work. So after reading this, it really did put into perspective why it's called Tiger Knee, because that used to be the input, and 2, how to actually do it. So now that we've got our definition and a little bit of lore, our input is going to be 2147, and this is what it looks like on a numpad. And if you're doing a quarter circle forward move, you can just mirror this, and it's going to be on 2369. And then after you do the motion of 214, you're going to jump and then press your button and 7. It should look something like this. And you can see that I finally got it. And of course, don't forget to practice it on the player 2 side, which is a little bit harder for me. You can see there's some variance there. It even dropped. There I did it way too high. I still need to work on the player 2 side more. And that might be because I'm playing on a hitbox. So using the other fingers feels a little bit harder. You know, using your ring finger can be a little bit harder on the hitbox than using your middle and your index finger when you're playing on the first player side. I know there's a shortcut to do this on the hitbox, but I was not using that today. I was just doing it the normal way, the quarter circle and then the like 7 and the 9 input. There's no shortcuts that I really use on the hitbox at all in any game that I play. I usually learn it the manual way, and then if I want to use a shortcut, I'll mess around with it. But I'm so used to doing it like the mechanical way that when I'm in the game, I just forget about it. And then I don't really see a point in doing it if I can do it the harder way. I also think it builds bad habits to use those shortcuts and then you switch to another game where it doesn't have the same input leniency as like Street Fighter 5. And then certain things don't work, right? So Alco has a DP on 623B, which is this move here. And in Street Fighter 5, you can do like, you can hold forward, tap down, and then hold forward and press a button, and a DP will come out. In this game, that doesn't work. But yeah, I'm not going to drag this out any longer. I just wanted to share with you guys how I learned the Tiger Knee input and how you can learn it too. If you enjoyed this video or any ones you might have seen here in the past, please consider subscribing, and thank you so much for watching.